Okay, guys, so I was just talking to my tarot, talking to my guides, right? And I was just asking them if I'm biting off more than I can chew, like spiritually, because I'm a very fast learner. Once I catch wind of something, like I am dedicated to master it. And spirituality is something that I do feel like it needs to be taken its time in. However, I'm going at the pace I'm comfortable with, and it's a very, very fast pace. So I was like, am I biting off more than I can chew? Okay. Gave me the Emperor, Son of the Morning. Okay. Literally just flew out of my hand again. Okay. So that's got me thinking, like, I'm stable where I'm at, right? That's got me thinking, right? And I was like, I don't know. I was doubting myself is the problem. Okay, I got the universe reversed. If you know, you know. Okay, well, actually, you probably don't know, so I should probably tell you. Universe reversed, right? Because I was seeking clarification on that card. That was just, 108 on the timer. It was just clocking me in my BS, in my self-doubting ways. Okay, and because then I was like, okay, well, if I'm biting off more than I could chew, like, what do I do to not bite off more than I could chew? Because, like, I don't want to irritate you guys. I don't want to irritate my source. I don't want to make it harder on them. Okay? And so I was like, okay, am I being too public with everything I'm learning? Is that the problem? Like, is that where I'm biting off too much? Okay? And then I'll tell you the cards I got. Because the way I do tarot is it's very much so. I feel like it's the more I get to know my deck, I've had it for a few years now, and I'm still getting to know it more every day. Every time I use it, it's beautiful. I love it. But no, the way that my deck more or less intended me to read it this time was cause and effect. I am given 3 piles. The first pile is where I'm at. The second pile is, cause. Third pile, effect. I don't know. I'll explain it when I read it. Okay? And so the Lord of the Power of Water. Okay, Ace of Cups. It fulfills me. Okay, it fulfills the world. This is telling me that's like my life's mission. Yeah, 233. Okay, I'm supposed to be spreading this information. Because if I didn't, right, okay, that's self-explanatory. And if it's not self-explanatory, thank you for being so oblivious. It must be nice. And I say that in the best way possible. Anyway, getting a phone call that could be relevant to anybody watching this. Okay, and then these are the cards I got in my second pile. I'll set you guys right here. Okay, I got the Devil, Lord of the Gates of Matter. Okay, Queen of Swords, Queen of the Throne of Air. Okay, reversed the Moon, ruler of reflex and reflux. Okay, and then I got 8 of Pentacles, Lord of Prudence. Okay, so with the Devil, the Gates of Matter. This is more or less if I would stop spreading my message, okay? It would close the gates I've opened. Okay. You see how she's holding the dead hand? Like, this is very much so my current energy, I feel, actually, reevaluating. This is where I'm at. Okay? I am at the gate. Okay? And this is how they view me. This is how my guides view me, okay? That's how I'm reading that. That's the energy I'm picking up there, okay? However, if I were to stop, all of that progress would turn into this. Now think about it. Ruler of reflex, the Moon, reverse. We all know about the Moon. The Moon is beautiful. What are you going to do if the Moon goes reversed? Like, in the sky, physically. It's going to be a disaster, right? Yes. Okay? Reflex. That's reversed. What's prudence mean? Hey Siri. I'll do the rest of this reading and then I will look it after. But, no, going off of... Okay, I'm thinking too much. It would force me back into my... It would force me back into my more negative self patterns. Because I love the moon. I love the moon. And I wouldn't appreciate it. Essentially, metaphorically speaking. With the Lord of Prudence. Because that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But I'm also getting the, like, I have to be very careful how I manage it. Because it could go either way regardless. But, okay. Yeah, I just did those two. Okay, so these are my mystery cards. I do mystery cards at the end of every reading, even my own, because it's fun that way. I read them off at the end just to kind of conclude the reading, see if I even was on the right track the entire reading or not. I am. Almost always. Actually, every reading I have been. So if I keep it up and I go on it and about it the right way, okay? Lord of Domination, Lord of Earned Success. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do one more card just for clarification. Should I post this? Should I even post this? Should I post this? Okay, I want to post it. Let me make that clear. Okay, I want to post it. Will it have karmic resistance? These cards are having karmic resistance. One card. I love it when you give me the piles. I really do. But I just kind of want a real cute, simple answer, please. Real cute and simple. I'll even pull from the thing if it sticks out. Yep. The Sun. Okay, I kind of asked that question a little weird. Good karmic or bad karmic? Okay, if it's bad karmic, give me an Arcata. If it's the other kind, give me the other kind. I forget what I said, but Princess of Pentacles of the Echoing Hills. That one was sticking out, but I feel like she needs a partner. Yep. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so I have no idea what this card means in correlation to the answer I was asking because I completely blanked on that. But with these two over here, it's pretty much just telling me, right, that like with the Princess of Pentacles, Princess of Echoing Hills, she's like my favorite card almost. And the Ace of Pentacles, Lord of the Root of the Powers of Earth, is pretty much just telling me that, like... One second. I need to ground myself. See, the problem is I almost want to not say it. And I've been doing a lot of inner child healing. So that's how I can, like, recognize it's my inner child's doubt and my inner child's fear that's getting in my way. I'm scared of my own potential. That's what this is telling me, right? That's what you're trying to tell me. This is why I needed it. Yeah, 9/11. I'm going to pull a card, though, anyway. Okay, am I just scared of my own potential? That was a chunk. Okay, Lord of Defeat. Okay. Guys, I know this angle is lanky, okay? You watch me for my words, not the angles. Lord of Established Strength, Lord of Swiftness, Lord of Pleasure, Lord of Shortened Verse. Yeah, guys, I don't ever get upright cards, okay? These are all upright. I am scared of my own potential, and I need to get over that to establish strength, and I need to do it soon so I can, you know, be happy, because if I don't, consequences. I get you. I get you. Okay, so should I do this as like a scheduled tarot drop? Because I've been doing that 10-10 on my timer. I've been doing those on my YouTube. Is like, just so that way in the future, like, I can see how much progress I've made. Lord of Material Work. Lord of Valor. Sideways. Can I get some clarification, please? Spirit. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some clarity. Right in my bowl of rice. That could be relevant for King of Cups. Prince of the Chariot of Water. This was sideways. Lord of Valor was sideways, which is undecided or like up to interpretation. Okay, so Lord of Material Work and the Prince of Chariot Waters. So it's pretty much just telling me I'm starting to fight myself again. Okay. And I need to stop doing that because I'm already here. I'm fighting myself. And I want to be here. 11:33 on the timer for confirmation. Okay. I have to, like, put all my cards back into my deck because 11:44 on the timer. Yeah, so for clarification on that, Lord of Material Happiness, upside down, Daughter of the Reconciliers, upside down, Lord of Root of the Power of Fire, upside down, Lord of Victory. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I have no idea. I lost my previous channel, 1212 on the thing, yeah, but I feel compelled to keep going anyway. Lord of Material Happiness, upside down. I'm just going to explain what the cards mean, and hopefully when I rewatch it, it'll make sense. Okay, so there's doubt. I'm getting a sense of doubt. Okay. Of potential. Daughter of, yeah, Temperance. Okay, there's... Yeah, I remember my channel now. I do 12:44 when I looked at it. Okay, thank you for the reminder. So these were the only two cards that really applied. Okay. Okay, yeah. Ace of Wands and Six of Wands. Okay, Lord of the Root of the Power of Fire and Lord of Victory. Damn straight. 13:03 on the timer. See, look, guys. My guides love me. 3:10. I love you guys too. Okay. I'm gonna do this as a scheduled release because how silly was that? How silly was that? Okay. And I've only really been seriously doing tarot for like 2 days. 13:33 on the timer. Okay. How much better am I gonna get? I'll let myself know in the comments.